about the man, the myth, the legend, Trey Hendrickson, right? Guys, panic or patience? Are the Bengals officially in panic mode with Trey Hendrickson issues, or should they just be patient and let it play out? All right, guys, so welcome back to the show, and it is definitely time for another edition of Panic or Patience. And today's question is all about the Cincinnati Bengals and their star defensive end, Trey Hendrickson. So let's dive right into it. Guys, are the Bengals officially in panic mode with the Trey Hendrickson contract situation, or should they just take a step back and be patient and let it all play out? Guys, first off, let me catch you up on everything what is going on. Trey Hendrickson, guys, is a 4-time Pro Bowler and led the NFL in sacks last season. He is arguably one of the top defensive ends in the NFL, but here's the issue. Hendrickson has 1 year left on his contract, and it's a hefty $15.8 million a season. And earlier this offseason, Trey made his feelings clear, requesting the ability to seek a trade, hoping to secure a long-term deal. Now, let's be real. Trey wants his money. It's clear, and who can blame him? He's been dominant, a force on the Bengals defense, and in his eyes, he deserves to be compensated like one of the best in the league. But despite his request, Trey is still on the roster, and now we're waiting to see what happens next. And this is where things get a little tricky. You see, in an effort to clear up cap space, safety Geno Smith agreed to restructure his contract, taking a $1.58 million pay cut this season. Why did he do this? Well, the Bengals needed the extra dollar bills, y'all, likely to create some flexibility for a possible Trey Hendrickson extension. Geno didn't know the exact plan, but he trusted the team's vision and understood what the move was necessary. But here's the question. With all that's going on, is it panic mode for the Bengals, or should they just they just be freaking out about Trey's Hendrick's contract situation? Or do they just need to sit tight and let the process play out? Guys, here's the way that I am leaning. I am leaning more toward the patience on this one. First off, the Bengals have shown that they're willing to work with Trey, and they've even given him the freedom to explore trade options if that's what he wants. But here's the catch. They didn't trade him. He's still on the roster. That shows there's a possibility that they could work at a deal in the future. We've seen the Bengals be patient before. Look at Joe Burrow's contract extension, or even the way they navigated the cap space over the last few seasons. They play the long game. And remember, the Bengals haven't told Geno or anyone else exactly what they're doing with Trey Hendrickson, so it's all still up in the air. Maybe they want to see how things play out, how the season unfolds, and how Trey Hendrickson performs. It's a waiting game. In the meantime, they're giving their star defensive end space to potentially negotiate a deal he feels is fair while keeping him on the roster for the upcoming season. Plus, the Bengals are banking that Trey continues his high level of play. As Geno Stone put it, having a pass rusher like Trey on the field is a huge asset, especially as a safety. It's no secret that a strong pass rush helps the secondary, and Trey's presence could be a game changer for the entire defense. Also, the Bengals are also in a solid position. They know the value of Trey brings to the table, so there's no real panic here yet. The situation has to play out. And with the upcoming draft potentially happening next season and still off-season moves to happen, they could clear up even more cap space if needed. The Bengals are historically patient and meticulous in long-term decisions. However, the clock is ticking. The longer Trey goes without a new deal, the more pressure will mount. But for now, I say slow it down, baby, and be patient. This is the Bengals' chance to see how the season plays out, how Trey performs, and how they can get a deal done before the end of the year. So, to sum it up, no. I do not think that the Bengals need to be in panic mode. This is a situation that requires some time and careful planning. I say, let's be patient, but let the Bengals see how things unfold with Trey. If they handle it right, they just might find a deal that benefits both sides. That is my take, guys, but what do you guys think? Is it panic mode for the Bengals, or just stay back and trust the process? Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And always, guys, we're live every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. Do not forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay up with all the latest news and analysis. Now, let's get into comments and discuss what you guys think about Trey Hendrickson's future. James Frank says, let's just put it simple, but let's put it simple as can be. It is time to pick. James, slow it down, baby. Slow it down, man. All right? Slow it down. Go get some crackers. Go enjoy Dave Matthews koozie. And, just slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Old Man River says, let it play out. They will pay. Let it play out. They'll play. And I agree, Old Man River. There's a reason why they haven't traded him yet. There's a reason why there has not been an active market for him yet. Because everybody knows that he's not going anywhere. Let's just be honest. James Frank says the man is not liking that they've stopped communicating with him. Yes. So, spoiler alert, this was supposed to be last Friday's show. And then today, all the Bengals and vets and rookies met up in Cincinnati. And Trey has definitely come out and said, look, he's fucking pissed, right? Like he is not happy. Mellow Mike says, screw Katie Blackburn. The Bengals are a dumb organization who gets screwed for being cheap with their own players. Without Burrow, they let Higgins walk. Probably. Probably. They did let Tyler Boyd walk, which to me, I thought was a big surprise. Big surprise. Real McCoy says, help him pack his bag. Cincinnati will let him get away. And he'll end up in Kansas City, Real McCoy. He will end up in Kansas City. And 416 says, it's time to panic, baby. Panic mode in Cincinnati. Slow it down. Let's slow it down and collect our thoughts, right? Old Member says, send him to Detroit or Vegas. Either way, I'm a fan of both teams. So Detroit or Vegas, I'm happy. Send him over here. James Frank says he's threatening to sit out the season, though, if a deal does not get done before the season. He wants to know his future is secure with the team. Yes, and so, James, I think he's saying that just to try to get the ball rolling, right? And if he gets the ball... So, as you guys know, like I'm in the process of buying and selling my house as of right now, right? We have been looking at this house for like a while. It's finally going to hit the market like on Thursday. Long story short, the person who owns the house says, hey, I will sell you this house as long as we get the ball rolling, right? Get the ball rolling, and then we are in good terms. So maybe that's what the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson just need to do, is just get the ball rolling. Get the conversations happening yet again. I think he will be on the field September 7th, right? He will definitely play week one, I feel. Mellow Mike says the man just led the league in sacks. He earned a pay raise. It looks bad for the rest of the players on that roster. Does it though? Because they paid T. Higgins. They paid Jamar Chase. They're paying players, right? Just not the right players with their defense. So, Mike, this is where I'm torn, right? Because let's just be honest, the Cincinnati Bengals defense sucked last season. Their defense is the reason why they did not make the playoffs. Their defense is the reason why Jamar Chase nearly won the Triple Crown last season. Their defense was the reason why they had a 13th overall pick, 14th overall pick. Now, obviously, Trey is a part of that defense, and yes, he did lead the league in sacks. And where would they be without him? Yes, but on the flip side of the coin, they were still the 27th ranked defense in the NFL. They were still 20th in pass rush defense. They were still 29th in pass defense. They were not a good defense at all. Now, obviously, the last 6 weeks of the NFL season, you could arguably say they were a top 15 defense, yes. But overall, they were not very good. I'm just calling a spade a spade. 416 says defense in the Bengals is their weakness. He has leverage, especially when you have a team that has offensive power and struggle on the defensive side of the ball. Exactly. Yes. Well, no, not exactly, because he is on the defensive side of the ball, and they did suck. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Do we put all this money into Trey where the linebacking sucks and the secondary sucks and this sucks and this sucks and this sucks? But hey, we got Trey. We paid Trey. Like, that is the biggest question to me at the end of the day. Let's go, sports. What's up, man? Says the Bengals messed up, putting so much money into 3 really good players, but completely forgot about the main problem. The draft can't solve it in 1 year. A bunch of rookies can't do the job. I agree. Trey deserves every penny he wants. No. As he is a late bloomer in the NFL, right? Because his first 3 or 4 years in the NFL, nobody knew who he was until he came to Cincinnati, and then he started getting this 17.5 sacks back-to-back seasons. So he is a late bloomer, but at the same time, he is still on a defense that's not very good. I just be patient. Let's play it out and see what happens. Right? Let's play it out and see what happens at the end of the day. But guys, it's